Hi there, and welcome to Sensory Tailors. My name's Jeremiah. Pleasure to meet you. How can I help you today? Looking for a couple of suits. Beautiful, you're speaking my language now. Before we begin, here at the Sensory Tailors, we like to provide a full-service experience, and I happen to have a couple special refreshments. May I offer you a refreshment? Let me explain. First off, for a distinguished guest such as yourself, we have a little Don Julio 1942. Wonderful tequila. It's an extra añejo, aged 3.5 years. Nice finishes of vanilla, caramel, a little sweetness. Delightful tequila. If you're looking for something perhaps a bit rarer, I have something you might not have tried. I happen to have a little Pappy Van Winkle Family Reserve. Now, this happens to be an American bourbon, aged 15 years. Starts off as Buffalo Trace, the oldest distillery in America. So it starts off as Buffalo Trace, gets sent over to Pappy, and they age this beauty for 15 years, getting wonderful, again, notes, vanilla, cinnamon, caramel. Well, it turns out there's some 20 chemicals in oak that taste like vanilla. So traditionally in oak aged spirits, the longer you age them, you will get those vanilla notes. Absolutely delightful spirit. Highly recommend. But last but not least, my friend, we could also offer you some Whistle Pig. Now, this is known as the Boss Hog, 10 Commandments. This is aged 17 years. It is a straight rye. It actually begins its life Canadian and then gets finished in Vermont, where it is then put into the barrels, aged, and we get this wonderful spirit. Again, wonderful notes of vanilla, oak, little caramel notes in there. It is truly, if you've never had it, I would recommend. You want to try some? It's an excellent choice. Boss Hog. Do you mind it neat or a little bit of water? Just neat. Very good. And this is one of my favorite sounds, of course. It's very satisfying. Give that a little smell. How nice is that? Yeah. Alright, so, my friend, to you. You deserve it. May we build a wonderful relationship together moving forward. Salute. Enjoy that. So, a couple of suits now. May I ask, do you know the time period, the genre of suit that most speaks to you, for example? You see a little bit of this nowadays, kind of coming back in a modern suit, a more of a classic Victorian look. It's a slimmer look, thinner lapel, but beautiful. Can be a very flamboyant look, a bit more peacocky. We can go to I love the 1930s, late 1920s, early 1930s. A little bit more cut, a little more room in your jacket, but they were still using very fun materials. They were still not afraid to be a little avant-garde. Now, the 1940s suits, defined suit, clean lines, very, not stoic is the right word, but simpler, because it was the Great War, World War II, and everybody was rationing everything at the time. So suits went from being full three-piece ensembles to a much more normal single-breasted, two-button, no waistcoat aesthetic. Fine. Think of maybe well, no, because the next genre I'm talking about is the 1950s. Now, for me, I love the suits of the 1950s. They were, think Cary Grant, think Clark Gable, think Humphrey Bogart. Okay, this is a suit that is going to be a little roomier. Okay, the pant is going to be the pant will be slightly a higher waisted pant. We could go pleated, we can go flat front. It's more of a cut aesthetic. So you may have noticed, for example, especially in the 2020s, I've seen a trend toward, for lack of a better word, a skinny suit, and I can't. I can't. It's just. I like to use an example of somebody like a sports athlete, like a Conor McGregor. Okay, an amazing, elite athlete. Okay, and he likes to wear a suit. He likes to wear a three-piece suit, which I very much respect. He is not afraid of color. I've seen him wearing, I'm of course like the Highland plaid, but worn in blue or green or pink, and for this I adore. But even with somebody in as peak physical condition as he is in, I think his suits do not do him a service. They are too tight. They just look like he's ripping out of them, and I don't think it enhances his amazing aesthetic. I mean, you could consider somebody like him like a peak male form, okay? And yet I don't think his suits are truly doing him justice because they are too skinny. And the other trend that listen, trends come and go. Who am I? It's the short hem on the trouser, showing ankle. I don't find this aesthetic to be particularly flattering. I think it ends up making your waist look boxy, your pant leg look too tapered. It makes what I love about bespoke tailoring. I'm sure you've heard the term drape. I love the drape of a beautiful tailored suit. Yeah. So I've rambled on. Where would you like to land? Sort of a combination of Conor McGregor and Cary Grant. Yes. I could kiss you. This is very exciting. Okay, I'm gonna do a little. I mean this. This is you're speaking my language, my friend. So, without further ado, shall we begin? And then we'll discuss fabric types and colors and patterns. Shall we begin the measuring? Wonderful. How do you like that? Boss Hog 10 Commandments. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice. Well, if you would like another, you just let me know. Okay? So, how did you hear about me? Recommended through a friend, Edna. Huh. How long have you known Edna? Wonderful. Well, she is a character. She is definitely a character. Now I'm just going to start off measuring your neck, so hold still. And she is a little walking delight, to say the least. And just relax, okay? Relax your shoulders. Okay, very nice. When I'm measuring, I want you to let it hang out. Okay, I don't want you to suck in your gut. I don't want you to pose for me. I don't want you to flex. I want you to be as relaxed as possible, because it is my job to make the authentic you look as perfect and beautiful as possible. And believe me, I will make you look beautiful in this suit. So just relax. Relax your belly. Nice deep breath. Wonderful, wonderful. And start off with your left shoulder. Okay. And your right shoulder. Very nice. And all the way across. And good. Good. Grab my notebook. Let's go. Here we are. Okay. Today's date. Leave your arms right by your side. Just right by your side. I'm going to come under your armpits here and chest. Okay. Okay. Now, do me a favor. Pull out your arms just out to the side like that, just like the Vitruvian Man, exactly like the Vitruvian Man. And hold that for one moment. Perfection. And I'm gonna get your wingspan actually all the way across from wrist to wrist, right there. Very nice. I'm going to measure your arms and the measures just again. Just relax, okay? Let me measure your left bicep. Relax, relax in your right bicep. Okay. And now I do want you to actually, can you go and give me a little flex? Maybe. Not too much, don't worry. Just a little bit of a flex there. I want to see how much room I'm working with. Perfect. And your right arm. Very nice. Well, yeah, usually somebody's dominant hand, it can be slightly bigger. Where I see, like, the people that have the funniest asymmetry in my business are professional tennis players. They'll have one arm and hand that is, like their playing hand, and like their whatever hand is dominant, they'll have like a big forearm and like a kind of a big bicep on the one side. It can lead to interesting tailoring situations, but that's an extreme example. Let's see. Okay. And left. And your right. And, okay. And your waist. Now, do you typically wear your trouser? Modern people, and myself included, I do tend to wear my trouser lower than in the past. To go full, kind of Cary Grant, I would actually measure your waist closer to your navel, your belly button. I'm just very aware that most people, most modern folk, we don't wear our trousers that high these days. But it does create a unique line, especially if we go, if we lean more toward that classic Cary Grant style, slightly higher waisted, but when the pant is not skinny, or we add a pleat, which I like that pleats are sort of coming back. I'm trying to make it a trend of mine. Pleats are underrated for draping. So, how about this? When we do the fitting, I'll give you options. Okay, I'll have 2 pairs of pants made with each suit, and when you will tell me which one you prefer. Okay, and I'm curious which one you'll end up going with. Okay. So let's do your high waist first. So this will be more just below the belly button. Okay, and just relax. Don't flex. Don't suck anything in. Just be you, 100% you. Very nice. And your what do I call it? Your modern waist. Let me measure your modern waist. And for that we have old-fashioned waist and modern waist. Okay. Now I'm going to measure outside trouser length on your left leg. Okay. And right leg. Okay. And your inseam. I'm a professional, don't worry. And okay. And your right inseam. Okay. Now, do you happen to know which way you dress? You dress to the left. Honestly, most of us do. I wonder why that is. Let's see, so right leg. Left leg. And your right inseam. And your left inseam. Okay. And the direction you dress is not as important nowadays, because I'm not planning on making your trouser overly slim fitting. If I'm doing a slim fitting trouser, I would leave a little more room on one side or the other. If you would like for me to make you a very tight trouser, you let me know. Happy to do so. Okay, and a couple more measurements. Let me just measure around your left thigh. So just pull out your left leg a little bit for me there. And your left thigh. Very nice. And please hold out your right thigh for me. A little bit. Perfection, just like that. Just relax. Okay. And perfect. Okay. And your left thigh. And your right thigh. Well, the nice thing after this is I will, of course, have your measurements on file. And what this means is that no matter where you are in the world, if you need a suit for a very specific occasion, whatever it is, you simply let me know. I will have it custom made and I will have it overnighted to you. Typically my turnaround is 5 days. However, if necessary, if you're in an emergency, I can put a suit together in as little as 2 days if I drop everything. Okay, so you just let me know if you need such an emergency. I'm not predicting that you will, but it's a service that we do offer. Wonderful. Okay, I have your measurements. Would you care for a little more boss hog? You want to try the pappy? You're good? Okay. Maybe the pappy? maybe a sip, right? Maybe a little tiny sip. Yeah. I'll give you a little sip of Pappy. This is, it'll be similar. It'll be a similar flavor. Not quite. Just a sip. Yeah. It won't be quite as sweet. Not as much caramel, but do. Give that a smell. What do you think of that? It's nice, isn't it? Do you have a preference of which one you liked more? It's hard to say. Yeah. Well, I think it really comes down to your own personal flavor profile. It was interesting. I recently had an opportunity to try some añejo tequilas next to some extra añejo tequilas. And if I'm being honest, I preferred the añejo. I thought that when the tequila got up to 5 years, it was too much. You lost something in the agave, and I got almost like overpowered by the oak. And yeah, I think the sweet spot for me personally with the tequila is about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, whereas Scotch, whiskey, well, Scotch is different too, right? I mean, these whiskeys and bourbons, 15, 17 year, whereas Scotch, boy, I do love a 24 Macallan. Every now and then, a 30 is something else, but it gets interesting when you get to 30 years. You almost have a kind of a diminishing return. Anyway, let's talk colors and designs. So, are these suits going to be for going to, for example, going to a Wimbledon, going to a sporting event? Are these going to be, for what? I'm assuming this is not for a boardroom. No, I didn't think so. Boardroom suits are fine. I just find them boring. I mean, everybody looks the same. Everybody is wearing navy blue, 2-button, white shirts, a tie, maybe a pocket square, but there's a lot of very boring boardroom suits these days. You mentioned earlier the Conor McGregor now. Other than I think he wears his suits a little too skinny, I appreciate his flair. So, would you like to see something in a green plaid, a Highland plaid, maybe red Highland plaid, green, pink? What do you? Let's try green. Let's try a forest green. Okay, I think with your complexion coming into the fall, this will look phenomenal. I'm going to do a green plaid. Now, we can go more kind of British countryside. We can do a twill. We can do a flannel if you like. This is going to be more like what you would see as like a hunting jacket. Okay? It's a jacket that will be certainly something that you want indoors or outdoors. Okay, and, you could match this with a woolen trouser. You could match this with a denim, with a jean if you like, especially with a nice proper cashmere scarf, a nice waistcoat to go with it. Yeah, you kind of know where I'm going with this look. Okay, good. And was there anything else you were thinking of, or were you thinking of a summer suit? Seersucker, although seersucker's funny, it's not very popular anymore. Well, the term derives from the Indian, that is a seersakar, I believe it is, which is derived from another Persian word. It means milk and honey. So a seersucker suit it means milk and honey. It's a summer weight suit, usually in blue and white stripes. It's a look. Let's look. Today, I understand. So I have two things I'm making for you at the moment. Do you want something? Do you want something more traditional? In a charcoal, in a navy, in a it could be a brown. I could do taupe. We can do mohair. Mohair. Ooh, nice. I have not done mohair in a moment. I love it. I like it. Let's do mohair and kind of that tan brown. Very nice, very nice. Okay. This is all I need to begin with. I'm going to give you a call in 3 to 5 days. We'll come back in for the fitting. It shouldn't take too long. And I hope that you and I do lots of wonderful business together. Wonderful. Oh, before you leave, may I please get your phone number? Perfect. Okay. I'll be giving you a call in 3 to 5 business days. Until then, thank you for coming to the Sensory Tailors again. My name is Jeremiah, and it's been a pleasure, my friend. We'll talk to you real soon.